You can't read other people's faces. I know, you probably think you do. After all, you have a lifetime of experience looking at other people's faces. So why would I be the one to tell you any different? In 2018, Friends was the second most streamed show on Netflix. Almost 32.6 billion minutes were watched in 1 year. To put that in perspective, that's 62,024 years of watch time. That's incredible, right? But what makes Friends so appealing? A normal episode of Friends contains so many twists and turns that it should not be possible to follow it at all. Except it is. The reason why is quite interesting. It's all in their faces. Hi, Michael here. Last week I read Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. This one here. He's a great writer. I can recommend Outliers as well. I couldn't put the book down and read it in about 2 days. I came across one of the reasons that people are not good at reading other people, and especially strangers' faces. Today we're taking a look at a system called the Facial Action Coding System, or FACS for short. The Facial Action Coding System is a system developed by a Swedish anatomist named Carl Herman Kjörtjer. Try saying that one 10 times in a row. What does the system do? I see you thinking. The system applies numbers to face muscles as well as letters to indicate the level of intensity, where A is the lowest level of intensity and E is the highest. 43 muscles in the face are also assigned a number. In combination, they can tell you what kind of emotion a person is showing. The 6 main emotions, anger, disgust, fear, happiness, sadness and surprise, are all described using this system. Have you ever tried watching a Friends episode without audio? Chances are that even without sound, you're able to tell what Ross, Monica, Chandler and Phoebe feel. That's why Friends is so easy to follow. All the performances of the actors strongly rely on facial animations. At almost any point in the series, they show exactly what and how they feel. But here's the catch. That's not real life. Humans tend to trust other people. Most of the time we believe people are speaking the truth and are transparent in their intentions. You expect people to show how they feel. They don't. Real life is nothing like Friends. That's when we're talking about other people showing their emotions. But you're not like that either. People think that they show their emotions as is, but it's not true. We expect them to, and we expect ourselves because we watch too much television. We've seen so many movies and series where actors show their emotions more clearly than is normal. In real life, people lie, cheat and manipulate all the time. But we wouldn't have gotten as far as humans if we weren't able to trust each other from the start. And also, people's facial expressions are not universally the same. In his book, Malcolm talks about an investigation that took place in the Kiribati Islands in Papua New Guinea. If emotions were developed as an evolutionary advantage, as Darwin put it, then people around the world should interpret emotions in the same way as other people do it. Right? Nope. An experiment was conducted with 2 groups, Spanish kids and the Kiriwina people. The Kiriwina people were shown images of the different emotions, and guess what happened? 100% of the Spanish kids recognized a happy face as happy, while only 58% of the Kiriwina did. 23% recognized as happy, and happiness is supposed to be the clearest emotions of them all. It could have been that the Kiriwina were an exception, so the researchers repeated the question with the Moani in Mozambique and with the Namibian people, and the result also differed vastly from the way we interpret faces. Emotions are not as universal as we thought. What's more, apparently the smile if you're happy expression only came to be in the 18th century. At that point, dentistry got good enough that people actually got the need to show their teeth. Something people tell me that I should work on more. What do you think? You can imagine that not a lot of people would like to see the rotten teeth of other people when they were happy, right? Apparently it's not all that easy to read people's faces after all. If you like to read more about why we're bad at reading people and the disastrous things that can happen if we misinterpret them, then I strongly recommend Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. I hope you found this video interesting enough. Feel free to leave me a like, and if you did, and consider subscribing. See you next time. Bye.